During the Buddha's time, there was a wealthy merchant in the city of Savatthi. He had a beautiful young daughter. When the daughter came of age, she was arranged to be married to another merchant's son. A hunchbacked bull was given as a gift to the bride's family. The rich merchant's daughter noticed that her father and the household made a great fuss about the giant bull with the hunched back. When she asked her maid, she heard that bulls with hunched backs were considered auspicious and bringers of good luck and fortune. "Wow, my father is a wealthy merchant, yet he fusses so much about this particular bull. He says we're lucky to have a bull with a hunched back. I guess that means that having a hunched back is a symbol of prosperity and greatness." One day, while in the market, the rich merchant's daughter saw a man with a severely hunched back. She then thought, "Cows with hunched backs are special and worshipped. If a man has a hunched back, then it must mean that he is the greatest of men." The young girl couldn't stop thinking about the man with the hunched back. Since she convinced herself that a hunched back symbolized greatness, the more she thought about him, the greater he seemed in her mind. After not too long, she fell in love with her thoughts of the hunchbacked man. The young girl sent her maid to go tell the hunchbacked man that she was in love with him and wanted to run away with him. He was to meet her on the edge of town at dusk. At dusk, the young girl gathered all her valuables in a sack and met the hunchback at the edge of town. Together, they ran away. When the rich merchant found out that his daughter had run away with the hunchbacked man, he was saddened, disappointed, and confused. Out of all the men she could have chosen, why did she choose a hunchbacked man? Eventually, the news spread all over town, and the monks discussed it in the Hall of Truth where they gathered. "Friend, did you hear about the merchant's daughter who was eloped with a hunchback?" When they told this story to the Buddha said, "This is not the first time, monks, that this woman has fallen in love with a hunchback. She also did so in the past." The monks gathered requested the Buddha reveal the past life that they could not see. The Buddha then told this story. A long time ago, when Brahmadatta was reigning in Benares, the Bodhisattva was born into a rich family and eventually became a wealthy merchant and had many sons and daughters. When his son was of age, he arranged a marriage for him to the daughter of one of his merchant friends. As a gift, the Bodhisattva sent a highly sought-after ox with a hunched back. In those days, bulls with hunched backs were known as being auspicious and bringers of good luck. One day, the merchant's daughter happened to see a hunchback man leaning against a wall. She then thought, "Wow, if a bull that has a hunched back is special, then a man with a hunched back is special too. I must have this man as my husband." The young girl had her maid arrange for the hunchback to meet her outside the city gates so that they could run away together and get married. However, once the cold air of the morning hit the hunchback, he doubled over in pain and could not walk any longer. The merchant's daughter sat at his feet, not knowing what to do. The Porisat happened to be returning from a trip on that very morning. He recognized the girl as the person his son was supposed to marry. The merchant said, "You are running away with this man? A man who can't even take care of himself? This is not the person you should be choosing." The girl responded, "I thought that a hunchback signified the greatest of men, so I loved him for his feature. I did not know that this feature was a burden, and now he lies here huddled on the ground." The Porisat helped her up into the carriage and brought her home. And the Buddha ended the story by explaining that this girl was the same in both lives, and in that past life, I was the rich merchant who brought her home. What did you learn from this story? We hope you enjoyed the video. Click like if you did, and click subscribe if you want to see our uploads.